I took the dial, trim, and lens out of the radio. It's just held in with these bent over tabs. Just bend them over. Hope I don't break one putting it back in. They seem to be pretty solid yet. I know this stuff, when you bend it, it can start to crack and break. I'm disappointed with this dial trim. It is plated, and I started polishing on it, and the plating just started coming off over here, so I stopped. At that point, I just kind of went over it really lightly. I just went over it very lightly with the Neverdole. I love this stuff for stuff like this. I just went over it very lightly with the Neverdole. This stuff works very well. I've had good luck with it in the past, but it's not going to save this. I could possibly remove the lens and just take all of the plating off of it, and hopefully it's not too pitted down here where it was corroding away. Sand it with some really fine sandpaper, and then paint it with some, metallic paint. But I don't think it's ever going to look right with that. And with the rest of the radio, the way it looks, this isn't bad. It's not horrible. The other reason is this lens is held in with rivets, these small rivets. If I drill them out, you can see it on the inside there too. If I drill them out, where am I going to get replacements? I did see that they, somebody's repopping this dial. It's about $10, $7, $8, whatever. But still, I went over it with some Novus, and it took a lot of the scratches out. And it kind of matches the radio is what I'm getting at. If I was going to redo the whole outside, if I was going to refinish this, which I may in the future, what I'm going to try and do is keep an eye out for a new trim, dial trim here. And as far as redoing the case, the grill cloth is going to have to come out to do that. And I was looking at how to get that grill cloth out of there, and man, it is really, the way they did that is kind of crazy. Normally, it's just kind of stapled in there, or maybe even glued in on a piece of cardboard or a thin piece of wood. I don't know if you can see in there that well. I'm going to raise this up. I'm going to point it down. I'm going to widen the shot a little bit. And you can see what they have done. That's in there pretty good. Looks like they're glued in and then stapled in as well. Or nailed in. The grill cloth is in good enough shape, but if you ever want to redo the case of this has got to come out of here. And I'm not seeing anything holding it in down here at the bottom. But yet it's solid. I didn't look at the bottom. Maybe there's some nails shot through the bottom. I should have looked at the bottom closer, huh? Yeah, I don't know if they shot nails through there. Maybe. Some pins, some really long pins through there, possibly. Thank God that grill cloth is in good shape right now. So, I think the best thing to do right now is to I cleaned the inside of it out, and I found a tag in here. I don't know if you can see that very well. Some sort of number, part number for the case. I thought at first maybe it was a serial number for the radio, but no, it has something to do with the case. I'm sure of it, because in the pardon me, there's some in the writer's information that I have. There's some serial number breaks for some factory updates that they did or didn't do. You know, they changed size of capacitors and resistors and that sort of thing. I don't think there was any really major rewiring other than, I think on one of the, I think the shortwave oscillator went back to ground instead of back to the coil. I'm not sure why. Maybe there were some harmonics. I don't know. But, yeah, so there's the case. I kind of cleaned it up a little bit, you know. You know, there's some scratches on it. It's just the way, you know, way these old radios are. And the character of this radio is, I think, it's just astounding, you know, as old as it is. So, all right, well, I'll put the dial trim back in and the lens. I'll get that back in there. And we'll get the radio chassis back up here on the bench. And we'll take a look at the earpiece. Well, we got the Sonotone, the B-131 back on the workbench. I've been waiting for something to show up, and I'm mightily impressed. I haven't opened them yet, but these look like new old stock to me. Brooklyn, New York. I did not think we were manufacturing anything like this in America anymore. Brooklyn, New York is the JDF manufacturing company. I didn't know what size belt to get, so I got 3 different sizes, 3 different lengths. So hopefully one of these will work for that, take that O-ring out of there, and hopefully it won't be rubbing on that bracket anymore. I'm just mightily impressed with these packages. I feel bad opening them even. I mean, they're sealed. I just feel horrible opening them, but I'm going to. I'm not sure which one I should open first, so which one I thought would be the winner of the chicken dinner. I'm assuming it's probably going to be number 7 here. I could take the old belt before I open the package and kind of hold it up to it. The other one is stretched quite a bit. I may have not even gotten the correct belt at all. These all seem awful short. That one seems a little bit longer. We'll have to get the old belt out here. I don't want to open them unless I have to. I'm just so mightily impressed with those packages. I know it seems kind of stupid, but here's the old belt. And it goes like that right there. And this was so stretched that this was touching when we took it apart. So I'm thinking 1/4 of an inch shorter than the length of this. Yeah, I may have to open this. I don't want to open them. I'm guessing number 7. I don't. Oh, is it open on this end? Oh, it's open on this end, you big dummy. Look at that. Boy, and if that is not the right material that old belt is made out of, then I'm Piccadilly here. Look at this. The right width. That is just sweet. The right thickness. This is the Fsnizzle Zip. I don't know. That's not a really good expression, but look at that. That might be the show stopper right there. The first one I opened, I got out of the bag. This is sweet. If you need a replacement belt like this is the place to get them. It took a long time to get because they're in Ontario, Canada. Antique radios and parts.com. Mary Tunes Antique Radios. It's awesome. Mightily impressed. It's hard to believe that this would be new old stock, especially as good as and flexible as this is. So they must be manufacturing these things, or else he's got these envelopes and he's putting them in these old envelopes. This is just awesome. Just awesome. Just awesome. Well, I guess to get the radio apart and see which one of these three belts fit, let's take a look at the other ones. We'll do them one at a time so I don't screw them up, because I will, given half the chance. Look at that. What is this one? Got a piece of paper in here with it. Look at that. This has got to be new old stock. Radio serviceman. Valuable coupon. Is it for him? With 3-cent stamps. Covering the mailing will bring you a valuable pocket-sized 96-page serviceman's manual. A $1 value. Containing the following information. Look at that. I can't believe these are new old stock. Look at that. When did we have 3-cent stamps? That's been a long time. 3-cent stamps. 1 of 10. 1 of 10. Oh, that is just neat. That is just neat. Just almost as unique as this radio, with the hearing aid attachment on there, with the headphone thing. That, I'm glad I looked in that. That is just sweet. And the belt is, look at that. It's like new. Huh. That is just neat. I'm going to keep that. That is cool. Let's see what's in this one. Oh! 1 of 10. Maybe they're lying about 1 of 10. This one's a little bit stiffer. This one is a little bit stiffer. But not much. You can see it right there. Already starting to fail. So I'm guessing this is new old stock stuff here. Oh, I see how they built it. They split the layer. And then the outside layer is there, right? The outside layer is connected there and the inside layer is connected there. Seem like weak points. I hope this isn't the belt we need. Let's see what we get for 1 of 10 this time. Same thing. So if this is true, that means there's only 7 more of these out there or 8 more of these out there in the world somewhere. That is cool. Yeah. They used to do stuff like that, right? Wouldn't they lie about stuff all the time? So you felt special, right? Christmas Story. He's got his decoder ring and thought it was all special. It's just a goddamn commercial. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Let's take a look at that first one again and see if it's built the same way. I mean, this thing is like, it's not stiff at all. It's very pliable. Yeah, that's how it's put together right there. Same thing. Yep. Hopefully they last. The O-ring works, but it rubs on that bracket, if you remember right from that video when I put that in there. So we'll throw this in there and see what it looks like here shortly. We'll be back. Well, I got the the woven fabric dial belt installed, and it was the number 7. No, sorry, number 3. What was it? Number 7. I put the O-ring in here just to keep it safe. It was number 7. The number 7 belt, cloth woven belt number 7 for this radio. It's pretty easy install. I didn't think it was worth filming, but I want to put the knob on to see how it works. I haven't really tried it with the knob yet. So turn it this way just a little bit more. No slipping. Now it's original. Cloth woven belt installed on the radio. No O-ring. And we'll look down here in a second. As soon as I get this turned back up, I'll get the condenser closed all the way and the tuning down. There's the stop. It stopped, and it just slips ever so. I mean, it's enough that you know to stop turning it. You might break it, is what it feels like. And we look down there, and there's lots of room. Let's see if we can. It's not even close to touching down there now. Lots and lots of room. I think it's just cool. It's working. And there's the tensioner. And then the upper pulley. I think it's just cool. I would have never thought I could find a new belt for this thing. Thought I was going to have to live with that O-ring rubbing on that bracket down there. It's just amazing, those cloth woven belts. I gotta wonder if that's original, because that thing is very pliable. Very pliable. Oh, sorry. Because they're so pliable. Well, I'll get it put back together, and we'll move on to the next item, which I think I can put this back in the. I might go back over the alignment just because I changed that 75 tube just to make sure nothing changed. I'm sure it didn't, but I want to double check it just to make sure nothing changed. I don't think it would. It could though. What? I'll check it just to make sure. Make sure the alignment's still good, and then I guess I'll put it back in the case after that. If there's anything interesting in the alignment, I'll bring you back and we'll take a look at that. Well, if you remember when the radio was first taken apart, the dials didn't line up. And I was looking at it, and the tuner moves around quite a bit. There's quite a bit of movement in that tuner mounting. And I was wondering about it, and I looked online and I was trying to figure out what grommets to order for it, and I was thinking if the grommets are compressed too much, it's pushed the tuner down, which, because everything's dial related, tuning related, is mounted to that condenser, and if that is compressed too far, then that would bring the knob down, right, if the mounting grommets were compressed too far. So I pulled one of the screws out, and it's got a brass spacer in it. So that should limit the height, if I'm not mistaken. You tighten it down until the spacer is tight to the bottom of the tuner. And then the grommets would they limit the height? I would think the spacer would limit the height. But anyway, there's a brass washer in here, and I looked online and I can't find any that are like a brass washer. So is it more of like a grommet? Is this something somebody repaired some time ago? They don't look like it, but pretty... If you ever seen anything like this before, we'll come in here and take a look at this a little bit. That's one of the tuning condenser mounting grommet right there. I never have my pointer when I need it. Is that it right there? Yeah. Right there's your mounting grommet. It's got a brass spacer in it. Some sort of spacer there. I don't like how the tuner moves around. That would kind of indicate loose screws. I'll go through and double check them. I thought I did before, but I could have been dreaming. I'll make sure they're all tight, but I would think that new grommets would space the tuner and line that dial up. Would space up that tuning condenser and line that knob up, the tuning shaft, with the other holes. I'm going to have to do some more looking to see what I need and how much taller it needs to be. Probably about 1/8 of an inch more taller. But I would think those spacers would limit the, the amount of crush. The amount of crush you're going to have on it. When that tightens down, tighten it down till the spacer's tight. Well, I have to give it some thought and do some more research online. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find something to replace this with. I guess if you know what grommets I need, leave a comment down below. Bring you back when there's something more interesting to see. Well, I got the radio back together. I couldn't find the right grommets or mounting for the tuner. If I find it, I will return and install it. But I thought we'd listen to the Shadow. I have the Arduino AM transmitter hooked up. Well, I've got the radio turned on and warmed up, and I've got the Arduino AM transmitter turned on and connected. And I thought we would listen to a little bit of the Shadow here, just to see how the radio sounds. We'll get that going here, and
once again, your neighborhood blue coal dealer brings you the thrilling adventures of the Shadow, the hard and relentless fight of one man against the forces of evil. These dramatizations are designed to demonstrate forcefully to old and young alike that crime does not pay. There is enough anthracite for all the lucky householders whose homes are heated with hard coal. These homes are enjoying healthful warmth in every room. Even though winter winds blow, there is no need to cut down heat or close off rooms and homes heated with dependable hard coal. Yes, sir. And you have a supply of hard coal in your basement? You're the boss of heating your house. You are absolutely independent of any outside service. Be glad you heat with anthracite, the home heating fuel that never fails. And remember, blue coal is the finest anthracite money can buy.
Blue coal. Warms my heart to hear that. All right, then. Thanks for watching, and leave a comment down below. More to come.